Well, little children, I don't know if this will be happy or sad news for you, but this is our last week of spelling this year. We have been through all the letter patterns for P6, and it's almost the end of term. So yeah. This week we have words that begin with the letter A and then are followed by double letters. So the learning outcome: identify, read and spell words with an A plus double letter pattern. Find and read words with A plus double letters letter pattern. Explain the spelling rule and correctly spell the words. So let's do our speed spell. And this is from last week. And as I said, and I still believe it, that the I before E is the trickiest rule that we have had. And yeah, I still think that's the case. Okay. So number 1, brief. I wrote a brief story about a school. Brief. Number 2, wield. I didn't know how to wield the sword. Wield. Number 3, shield. I held up a shield to protect myself. Shield. Number 4, relief. It was a relief to see the sun. Relief. Number 5, receipt. I got a receipt from the shop. Receipt. And number 6, forfeit. I had to do a forfeit when I made a mistake. Forfeit. Okay, check your answers. Give yourselves a mark out of 6. Okay, so the spelling rule: after a short ah sound at the start of a word, there is usually a double consonant. So you know a consonant is any letter that's not a vowel, and vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so here we've got add, account, arrive, annual. Okay, and here are our 3 lists. We have got add, which we've just had. That's a word that you know well. Account. If you notice account, it's got the word count in it. So you're just adding AC before account. An account just means to add up all your, it's usually money that you have an account. Or you could have a bank account, of course. I'm sure a lot of you have bank accounts. I know that a lot of you have got credit union accounts. Allow. Notice allow. If you add an ED, you've got allowed. And allowed is a word that's often spelt wrongly because it gets mixed up with, as opposed to letting something happen, being able to hear something. Then we've got attend, attack, apple, annoy, arrest, arrive, and assist. Okay, so I think the thing to remember, if you can remember that it's a double letter, you're halfway to getting the words right. Okay, appoint. So appoint means to give somebody a job. You appoint them to a position. Appear, allergy, address, approach, annual. Annual's to do with things happening each year. Arrange, applaud, announce, and assembly. Okay, and the red letters: approve, accurate, assistant, attention, annotate. Annotate is to do with putting notes at the side of a piece of writing, like an asterisk or something, if you add something at the bottom. Abbreviate means to make things smaller or shorter. Accommodate. Notice that accommodate, not only does it have the double letter after the C, it's got a second double letter, a double M. Anniversary, I'm going to say that those three, abbreviate, accommodate, and anniversary, are probably your three trickiest words there. Then we've got aggressive and ammunition. So ammunition is bullets and things that you would put inside guns. Ammunition's not particularly easy either. Aggressive also has a second double letter. Assistant, notice it is ant and not ent. So it's got two A's and then it's got an I. It's also got a double S and a single S. A lot of these words you can shorten. For example, approve has got prove. I'm trying to look at some of the others that you might know. Well, for example, applaud, believe it or not, laud is to make something, is to say good things about somebody. So applaud is a way of showing that you think well of somebody. Yeah, I mean, it's a funny rule because the only letter that's consistent in every word is the A, and then it's remembering that there's a double letter straight afterwards. Again, accommodate and aggressive have got two sets of double letters. Anniversary, that's a tricky one. Abbreviate is also tricky, so take your time over them. Yeah, these are words that, because a bit like last week, because it's a kind of a funny rule, you actually have to kind of just know the words. There's no other way around it. And here are commonly misspelled words. Peace. I feel like we had that last week. Yes, we did, because of the IE thing. So I'm just remind you what I said last week. IE, it's a piece of pie. Then we've got possess. Notice that's got two sets of double S's. Possible, also a double S. Practical. Practical actually is more or less the way it sounds. There's no double letters. Practical. Practical. And then prefer, no double letters there either. Preferred does have double letters. There's a double R, but prefer does not. Okay, well, I hope you all get 15 out of 15, but we'll see how you get on Friday.